Hello, I'm Brian.
And I'm TJ.
Welcome to Epic Universe. This is actually our second day we've been here. We've done a team member preview before, but we're here on annual pass holder preview, and we are excited to take you along with us today. Welcome to Celestial Park. We are inside the park now. It was super easy to get in. We're here on annual pass holder previews. The park officially opens at 11 a.m., but they let us in early, which is nice. You kind of want to be in the park early because for Ministry of Magic, they do a virtual queue. So we'll talk more about that later in the video, but I want to set this up for you to help you understand what this video is, the format of this video is going to be. We're going to take you along with us throughout Epic Universe. We are going to show you what each of the worlds has to offer and the attractions in those worlds, show you some of the food in those worlds. We'll have some separate videos with more detail on the food. So stay tuned. We're gonna chapter out this video. So if you need to go to a certain part or you need to go back to a certain part, check the description for chapters within the video. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel as well, because we're not just posting 1 or 2 videos. We will have a series of Epic Universe videos for you so that you can best plan your trip. We want to give you some details here about the attractions. So we're going to talk about height. We're going to talk about some of the warnings on the attractions. We're going to talk about size as well. I'm a 6'1", a bigger guy. I will show you what it's like sitting in some of the ride vehicles, because they do have test ride vehicles in front of some of the attractions. So I'm going to show you sitting in those so you kind of have a better feel for it. Also, something we'll talk about is nausea. I get nausea from time to time on attractions. I think TJ does a little bit too. So we'll talk about that on each of the attractions where you might experience nausea. Based on our trip before, a few weeks ago here into Epic, where we couldn't film any content during that trip, so we really were focused on rides and food without filming or anything. During that time, we didn't really feel any nausea on the attractions, which is good news for you. So stay tuned, we're gonna get into more detail. And if we don't cover everything in this video, stay tuned for the next one, because we're here twice before the official opening on May 22nd. So stay tuned, let's get started. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it again, I love Celestial Park. So what is Celestial Park? It basically acts as, I would call it almost a mega hub to Epic Universe. So from Celestial Park, all the portals are here. They fan off from Celestial Park. And Celestial Park has its own attractions as well. And we will take you to those attractions and talk more about the attractions. It also has shopping and dining. So there are 2 full-service sit-down restaurants here, the only 2 sit-down restaurants at Epic Universe, and that is Atlantic and then Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon is not quite open yet, and Atlantic is open. We do have a reservation next week when we're here. Next week's video is going to be more about nighttime, so we will be recording a video for dinner at Atlantic, and then showing you the park at nighttime, the different worlds. I'm guessing, based on what I've seen on YouTube, come to life in a different way at night with all the lighting. We unfortunately have not seen that yet, but we're looking forward to seeing it. There are quick service locations here. There's Pizza Moon, which is really fantastic. We've had that before. There is a barbecue restaurant. I believe it's called Oak and Star. And then there's a burger place, not sure what that's called. And we walked by a place that is not open yet, that's closer to the entrance. And it looks like there's outdoor seating, but it looks like there might be also indoor seating. The windows are kind of dark and tinted, so I'm not sure what kind of place that will be. There's a Starbucks here in Celestial Park as well. And then you have the Helios Grand Hotel, which is actually connected to the park. You can exit the park into the Helios Grand, and those who are staying there can also enter the park through there in the morning. Fantastic. I mean, the views from the rooms of the park is great. We did go up to Bar Helios, which is at the top of that hotel, and amazing views of Epic Universe. Welcome to Stardust Racers. This one is fantastic. It's a dueling coaster, so it's pretty intense. It's probably the most intense coaster in the park. Though for me, in my opinion, it's not as intense as a Velocicoaster. It's super smooth. It's really cool because you're dueling another track. So you have a choice between the green track and I think the yellow track. I don't remember which track I've done, but TJ has done both. You must be 48 inches and above to ride this attraction. You have to go through a metal detector, just like Velocicoaster, so your pockets, everything has to be empty. I don't know if you can wear sunglasses. I think you can wear sunglasses, not sure. You can wear your watch, you just need to cover it as you go through the metal detector. There's, of course, lockers here, so you'll put your stuff in the lockers. All the lockers here for the rides, they use face recognition to set the lock for it. And then when you return to the locker, you show your face again and it recognizes you and it'll open your locker on the other side. Super handy. I'm glad Universal, they don't charge for the lockers. They're complimentary lockers for you to use while you're riding the attraction. We're right here next to the test seat. And let's check it out. I already know that I fit, but I just want to show you guys what it looks like here. This one, I was pretty comfortable riding this one. And the indication light is right here when you're on the test vehicle. Now, I did have to have help for this ride vehicle. I had to get them to push down for it to turn green, but I did fit just fine. I just needed that little push. Here we are at Constellation Carousel. This is in Celestial Park. It is like a different type of carousel. It's so cute in here. I know this is gonna look so great at night. There's so many light effects. I've seen videos on YouTube of people riding this in the evening and it's just gorgeous. So next week when we're back here for the evening time, definitely wanna come and check this out. Anyone can ride this attraction, but in order to ride it alone, you have to be 48 inches high or above. There are some bench seats, and the bench seats, some of them have a little platform for the young ones to ride in between the parents, like they're the ones like driving the animal or controlling the celestial being in the carousel. This one is beautiful. There's kind of like a stained glass effect above me here that lets in some light. It's just beautiful. And we're standing in an area, you don't have to have ridden the attraction at all. You can come through, get some shade and walk through here and take a look at the gardens and the fountain. I love Celestial Park. Welcome to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Ministry of Magic. It's a mouthful, but that is the name of this world. We just entered through the portal and now we are in the streets of Paris. It is beautiful. It's like larger than life in here, really. Like it's life-size buildings. I would say this is the best Paris in Orlando because there's Paris is elsewhere in Orlando or a Paris elsewhere in Orlando, and this one is just really substantial. Behind me, you will see the Cirque Arcanus. Now, we waited in line for this, but unfortunately, they canceled the show. We waited about 30 minutes or so, and it was canceled. Pro tip on this one, from this experience, if you can, wait until they call the show fully canceled, because they did a few announcements that it was delayed, and then they finally canceled it. Some people left and they did not get one of these, and we waited until it was officially canceled. This is a single attraction pass. So it's valid for guests. I got one and TJ got one, and we kind of use it as an express lane for another attraction today. So if you have the time and you feel like you have the time, wait until they call and they totally cancel it. They will basically give you this for the time that you spent waiting in the attraction. So this show, it does have a few warnings for the show. We haven't seen it, but from the warnings, there is fog effects, and there's performers very close to you. So, and also the other thing here is there's strobe effects. So if you're concerned about any of those things, there's a warning out front for that. I think you can stay in a wheelchair. From what I understand, you go through a couple of different rooms in this show, basically, and there's kind of like Cirque type performers. I hear there's like even a little burlesque-ish here. Hopefully if we get to do it today, we'll tell you more about it and what we thought about it, but for right now, we weren't able to. The next show is at 3:15. We might be back for it, but it is here. We're going to go take a look at Battle at the Ministry, which is the e-ticket attraction here in Wizarding World. So we're about ready to eat for the first time today. We are going to Le Gobelet Noir. This is kind of like a hidden restaurant. We have a full video on this, so make sure you check the channel. It's in the description, the full video of our experience here. So we're gonna go and check it out, but you'll wanna, once you're finished watching this one, watch the full video on this restaurant.
So behind me is the e-ticket attraction, Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry. This ride does utilize a virtual queue. So earlier today it was a little tricky to get one, but eventually we got one. So there were different times for the virtual queues. The first one was 11 a.m. And so we got on the app and looked around 10:30-ish and stayed on until about 10:50. And then literally like milliseconds, they opened up and then they were gone. But the trick is to stay in the app once you're in the spot where you're able to select how many are in your party for the ride. You stay on that page and continue to refresh between how many people are in your party. And then eventually, pretty much at 10:59, it opened back up and we were able to snag 2 spots. And so that's how you're able to get on the attraction. And so once you get in the attraction, in the queue, right from the jump, it immerses you in the attraction and is beautifully stunning. Once you get inside, it opens up into a massive world, and it was so well done, beautifully crafted. The queue was very well done. It was very long, so they are able to fit a lot of people in there. But once you finally get into the ride itself, we kind of showed a little bit of the train and the seats, and they were actually really comfortable because before we lifted off, we kind of sat there a little bit because it was a little delayed, but it was fine. But as far as the ride mechanics, it's kind of like magic because we really didn't know how it was working underneath us. But it's not so much a drop ride. There are a few bounces. It is a screen-heavy ride, but it utilizes both screens, actual stage settings, and animatronics. And so the animatronics within those are beautifully done. They look honestly real. You would have thought there was someone back there actually doing it themselves, but no, it's an animatronic. And then I was trying to look out for the photo spot. It's at the very end. So if you're looking for that, it's at the very end. There's someone literally, not someone, but there's an animatronic taking a picture of you. So in our initial visit here, we were able to walk through the queue, but we weren't able to get on the ride because it wasn't fully finished yet. And so while walking through the queue, we're thinking, oh, this ride has to be amazing. And so after riding it today, I think it meets the expectations of the queue. They both match. Overall, I think this is definitely a family ride. It's not too intense. There's some jostling. There's a few drops, but it's nothing heavy like other parks where, like, for example, Tower of Terror. I think it's a great ride for all families, but guests under 40 inches cannot ride this ride. So unfortunately, they're a little too small to ride this one. And there are warnings that we'll post here for some of the ride features that some may want to look out for.
Bar Moonshine is right behind me, and we have the new drink here. This is color changing, and we're gonna put the name on the screen because I can't even pronounce. I'm not even gonna murder the name, but it's nice. It's kind of a light flavor, and the color changing thing, the bartender said to try it before the color changing happens, and we did. And there is kind of a slight difference in taste. It's kind of a lavender flavor at the end though, and almost like a creamy flavor once you do the color changing. I think I would get it again. It's not like a really unique, like powerful taste. But it is light and good on a hot day, and it's beautiful to look at because there's so much sparkle once it does the color change. Welcome to Darkmoor inside of Dark Universe. This was one of the ones I think we were most looking forward to in terms of the worlds coming to Epic Universe. We've only been here during the daytime, and we are really excited to come at night. So stay tuned. Our next Epic Universe like vlog style video is going to be here, focus more on Epic Universe at nighttime, because this visit, the park closes at 6, but next time we visit, the park will close at 9. So stay tuned for that. Right now, we're gonna go ride Monsters Unchained. We've ridden it before. This will be our second ride on the attraction. Looking forward to it. And maybe TJ will even do the Werewolf coaster. But let's go into Darkmoor and check it out. This attraction is similar to Forbidden Journey, where there's like an arm and it's moving you around. That made me nervous because Forbidden Journey does make me nauseous, and I just skipped that ride altogether. This does not make me nauseous. It just handles you really nicely. I encourage you to come ride it even if you get nauseous regularly. I don't think you're gonna get nauseous on this attraction. Also, fear factor, like it being super scary. It's like, spoiler alert, it's not super scary, but it is a fantastic, like probably the best dark ride that I've ever been on. It's just so good. The animatronics are so fantastic. Note on this one that you have to be 48 inches or above to ride. Anyone below won't be able to ride the attraction. They do have a family zone in here where you can wait on family members who are riding and then do a rider swap. So the Universal's done a really good job with their family rooms within the attractions for families to wait for each other. Really nice job in their air conditioning and chill places for you to wait while your family rides. Love this attraction. This might be my favorite attraction. It, for me, might go above a Battle at the Ministry as well. So definitely don't be afraid of this one. Come in and ride it. It is fantastic. Here are the test seats. And one thing to note about this is an interior seat. This is an exterior seat. There'll be a line of 4 of them, but they just have half the vehicle right now for testing. Note that the interior seats are a little bit bigger. So if you are kind of unsure and you're a bigger person, then you might want to do the middle seat. So I was afraid about this one being able to fit, but I fit just fine. You want to note over here on the side, it will turn green.
I just got done with Curse of the Werewolf, and honestly, I would consider that one a family ride. It was very short. For some reason, I thought it was longer, and for some reason, I also thought there were like animatronics within like a little area of the ride, but there weren't. It was very to the point. It was pretty much just all this right here. The ride vehicles themselves were very tiny, so that's what makes me believe this is even more so a family coaster. You see a lot of spinning. The first time we came here, I was super nervous to get on it because of that, and so like a nausea factor. Thankfully, mine didn't spin as much, so I would say the nausea factor is pretty low. But as we were just getting done and we saw a train go back into the station, it spun several times before it finally stopped. So maybe it was just the one I got on. So I don't know. But I like it. It's cute. It's a family ride, but it's very short. So just keep that in mind. And so the height for this one is 40 inches is the minimum. Would I wait for this one? Probably not, because it's so short. I honestly just walked onto it. It was a 5-minute wait because of today. But on a normal day, if it's anything above like 15 or 20, unless you have small kids, I'd probably skip it. I'm gonna hold the mic up super close because this is a very musical area, but we are in Super Mario World, and behind me is Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. We've been on this one before because they have the same thing over at Universal Studios in California. This is a family-based ride. It's a simulator. You sit in pretty much a Mario Kart and you drive around, you collect shells, coins, all that fun stuff. And it's kind of on a track and it's simulated with screens, and you get a cap that has a visor on it, and on top of it, it has 3D glasses. So the 3D glasses are essential because the 3D glasses show you all of the screens that are projected. If you take that off, it's just the show area and there's not much to it. But this is a great family ride. I will say though, as a pro tip, if you want to rope drop anything, this would probably be one of them, because even right now with hardly anyone in the park, it's at a 55-minute wait. And so the height for this one, for kiddies under 40 inches, they are not allowed to ride. Kiddies between 40 and 48 inches must be accompanied by an adult. All right, I'm gonna try to speak very loudly again because we're like right in the heart of it, but right behind me is Yoshi's Adventure. We did end up doing this, and this is definitely a kiddie ride for sure. I believe the minimum height requirement is 34 inches. It's a very slow paced moving ride, as you can see. The ride vehicle's pretty comfortable. Well, actually, no, I'll take that back. They were a little tight because they're for little kids. But it's cute. You kind of get an overlay of all of Super Nintendo World. It's very slow paced. The music's cute. All of the animatronics inside are super cute. But yes, it's a family ride. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. It's cute. And there's a little Easter egg. The team members, they tell you before you put the lap bar down. They have 3 eggs on the actual lap bar. And if you find them within the ride, you get a little music cue at the end. So it's kind of like a little hidden treasure within the ride.
Welcome to Minecart Madness. Super Nintendo World is very noisy. We have to hold the mic up so close. We've already said that. But this is a 40 inches and above attraction, so no one under 40 inches. We've ridden this one before. We're not riding today because we gotta keep moving. We want to show you guys as much as possible, but we have ridden it before. This one is a little bit cramped. I'm going to show you the test ride vehicle here in a second, but I fit just fine. It's like your knees because I'm tall, so it's a tight fit. This is definitely a family coaster. It makes it feel like you're jumping the track, and you like jump over water and you jump over gaps. This one kind of shakes you up a little bit, but didn't get me nauseous at all. This one's fine. It's just not smooth because it's a minecart, so it's not supposed to be. It definitely fits the theme. So let's go check out the test seats. Universal has done such a good job with their test seats because they have them in front of most of the attractions, and you have a light that tells you if you have made it or not. And you can already tell, like, my feet are too big for this. Like, it's kind of hard to get in comfortable position, but I do fit and it's fine. So that's where it would turn red. So if I'm like, maybe I could gain like 5 or 10 more pounds, maybe 15 pounds, and then I wouldn't be able to fit. But it's fine. It's just not the most comfortable, but it's not a very long attraction, so you won't be in discomfort for too long. But it's very cute.
I'm going to talk super close to the mic again because we're like right by speakers and we're in Donkey Kong country, so there's a lot of bongo banging going on. But we stopped by the Bubbly Barrel. I had to look it up to try this drink. It's kind of a float actually that I saw. This is the DK Crush Float. It is a tropical banana pineapple Dole Whip float served in a souvenir mug with a Donkey Kong spoon. So I'm guessing it's this thing. But I love this cup. When I first saw it, I thought it was super cute. So this is definitely coming home with me. They serve it separately in the cup versus like just in the barrel. So it'll come out like that. And without it, it is 15. And with the cup, I believe it's 18. So yes, the quality of this cup itself is pretty good. It's pretty durable.
It's more than $3 worth.
Yeah, so it's cute. I like it. But let's try this. I'm gonna put that back in there. So I pulled out the spoon. Sorry, it's a lot going on here. The pineapple is good. The caramel is good, but I don't think those two go together very well. So I'm probably just gonna eat the pineapple Dole Whip. Let's try the juice. It's like a pineapple Fanta. So that's how you wash it all down. Yes. I'm trying not to make a mess. But that's the spoon. It's cute.
Welcome to Isle of Berk. Now, of all the worlds that they announced for Epic Universe, I was least excited about this one, but I am so pleasantly surprised. If you've never seen How to Train Your Dragon, I've only seen the first one, but you got to see the first one. It's really a great and touching film. So make sure you try to watch it before you come here to Epic Universe into Isle of Berk. That way you can kind of make some connections. But if you don't, no worries. It's basically Vikings and dragons, and you kind of get the picture with that. But you get to meet Toothless, who is one of the main characters in How to Train Your Dragon. That meet and greet, we didn't do it today, but it is so cute. We'll slice in pictures of us meeting him. It's so special. Like, that is like Toothless. You are like meeting Toothless. They have Fyre Drill, which is over to my left. And this is a unique attraction because there's no other attraction in Central Florida quite like this. This is a slow-moving boat ride, but you have targets, and it's water-based, so you have water cannons in front of you, and you're shooting targets. We won't be riding this one today either, because even though it is kind of warm, and I would love to kind of be a little refreshed, when you get soaking wet in the middle of the day at the theme park, it's not always the most comfortable. So we're gonna skip this one. This one, anyone can ride. You just have to, if you're 48 inches and under, you're gonna have to have an adult with you. I don't think there's any restraints because you can sit or stand on this slow-moving boat attraction. Right behind me, within the mountain here, is Mead Hall. We have not dined there yet. We will get to it and share that experience with you at some point. There's also a stage show in this world. It's called The Untrainable Dragon. We have not seen it yet. Of course, it's on our list. I don't know if we're going to get to it today since we're running out of time. This day has gone so fast, because the park's only open from 11 to 6 today. So we're down to like our last 2 hours, within the last 2 hours of us being able to be here for the day. So hopefully next week we can catch that show. But let's continue on through the Isle of Berk, and there's 2 more attractions that we want to talk about, plus a snack. Welcome to Hiccup's Wing Gliders. We rode this one last time. I really like this one. However, I will say the seat is a little bit tight. This is a pretty family-friendly coaster. It's kind of comparable to Hagrid's, though if you know in Hagrid's how it drops, like all of a sudden, like very surprisingly, it doesn't do that. But it's very smooth. There are no sudden drops, so don't be nervous about that. Like, you know how on Hagrid's it just drops all of a sudden? There's nothing like that. Height requirements here, you must be 40 inches and above. Here we have the test seat. So let's go ahead and see. Their lights here are inside the ride vehicle. Ooh, and this one is a little bit tight. I can't quite see. And I did fit in this, so I don't know why the light isn't turning green, but I do fit in it. But it is a tight fit. It's a very cramped fit. So let me see if I can get this to where the light turns green. And so I did get it to where the light turns green. You might have to have, like for my size, you might have to have one of the ride attendants push down a little bit to get it into place. But it is a very snug fit. All right, so we did the test seat, and as we got out of the test seat and finished filming, Drew, who is a team member here, he let us know that for this attraction, they actually have a slightly bigger seat by like 18 millimeters, and the restraints come down about the same. It's just that the seat itself is a little deeper, so you can, I guess, push your cushion a little bit more to the ride vehicle. So they do have that. They're adding them slowly on to this attraction. I'm guessing that they're finding that there's enough people that couldn't fit into it, maybe, that they've had to add some more accommodating seats. These are definitely bucket seats, and they're not the most comfortable, especially with your knees hitting up the front of the ride vehicle if you're tall. This is That lamb was very loud. This is Dragon Racers Rally. This is one I don't know if you're gonna ever get me to go on because it sends you in loop-de-loops around. You must be 48 inches and above to ride this attraction. They have a test seat, so even though I might not ever ride, we're gonna see if I fit in it. Let's test it out. I don't know where I'm gonna see the green. Oh, right here. There's a light right in front of me. That's nice. I have the green, so I think I would be fine, but I would be super tight in it. I probably won't ride this ride because I'm going to be squished in here, tight and uncomfortable, but then also spinning around in circles. I don't know. Will TJ ever do it? TJ said he might do it. Anyway, come try your chances over here at Dragon Racers Rally. It's cute though. It looks nice. It looks like it could be fun if you're into spins. I have the PB&J Cone, pork bacon jam cone. This is from Hooligans. I forget the full name, but it's something Hooligans. We'll put it on the screen. But we have had a bite of this before. Very, very good. I'm excited to have it again. Then they have one that is mac and cheese with goldfish on top. Then they have one with a chicken one. I got the chicken one last time. It's okay. It's not my favorite of the three, but they are all very solid. Now, to be transparent and honest, I've had these. I don't know if TJ has had them too. We had it together, I think, in Disneyland at California Adventure. These are better than Disneyland's version. Especially with the bread. The bread actually tastes like real bread, whereas the Disneyland bread just tastes a little bit more processed. And you'll see that it has like everything bagel seasoning on the outside. Just a very solid snack. Now, it's not a cheap snack because it comes in at $15.99 before any discount or whatever. So if you have an AP discount, if you have whatever discount, make sure to try to grab your discount with this one. But this is going viral, and it's going viral for a reason, because it's very good. It's the end of the day. It's almost closing time here for Epic Universe today. They're closing at 6 p.m. But we're going to go inside the Oak and Star Tavern and have some dinner before we head out. We are going to do a separate video on this, so check the description below to see that video. And that is our day at Epic Universe.
Even though it was from 11 to 6, it felt like a lot, even though it was short.
TJ's very tired.
It was the sun. It got to me. The sun got me.
And it's still not our maximum temperatures. It's only the end of April. It's only going to get worse from here.
Yep.
So if you are, I will have to say, I think in about 5 years, the trees will be even more grown in and it'll probably be more shaded. But there are some spots in this park, a lot of spots in this park
They're very bare.
that are very bare in terms of the sun is hitting the pavement. Mm-hmm. So please just be prepared for that. Bring your UV umbrellas, wear your sunscreen, drink your water. Like I always say, you need to drink at least 32 ounces of water, like in the car ride, the bus ride, whatever ride here. Like before you start a full day in the theme park, drink a full 32 ounce of water just to start the day right. Your body's going to feel better. And then stay hydrated throughout the rest of the day. If there's any questions, put them down in the comments below.
And make sure to stay tuned for part 2, where we showcase some other stuff.
Yeah, hopefully the nighttime stuff. Like
I was going to say more so the nighttime stuff, because I am super excited for Monsters Universe at night.
Yeah.
It's going to look amazing.
Definitely. If you need a travel quote, whether you want to go on a cruise, all-inclusive, or come here to Epic, there is a link below. TJ's a travel agent, so he'll get you a quote. Thank you to our Patreon members. We appreciate you being here. And we will see you again next time right here in Epic Universe.
All right. Until next time.
Bye-bye.